Yeah, I think that the hairy aspect of this, the important aspect, if I could put it that way, is that freedom all of a sudden comes with a ton of responsibility. Because what we're saying is that God gave us freedom, which is a good thing. But boy, I tell you, if you misuse that freedom, which we have done, the consequences are off the charts. Talk about some of the consequences that came and maybe run through the choices. In other words, in Adam, the first man, how did this free creature who is perfect, you know, Augustine had a kind of neat way of talking about it. Run through that for the people. Keep it slow so we can understand here.
Well, basically, they had two choices. They could either go their way or God's way. God freely created them. He gave them freedom. Now, if they really have freedom, they can love him or hate him. They can worship him or blaspheme him. So what was the first sin? The first sin was the choice to choose the lesser good of my will over the greater good of God's will. So it wasn't a choice of evil. It was an evil choice. There was no evil to choose because there was God and there were all his perfect creatures and there was no evil in the environment. There was no evil around them. There was no evil within them. So what their choice was the choice to go their way rather than God's way, to will the lesser good of the creature over the greater good of the Creator. That's how evil entered the world. When a good creature, using a good thing called free will, willed a lesser good over the greater good. It's called